Hello and welcome back to Let's Play Victoria 2 with the New Nations mod as the Tukulur Empire. In the last episode we conquered half of Watara down here, just one of their three little provinces, but half of their regions I suppose. We just have the one left. We can conquer them again in one more war. And also we finally got our long-awaited opportunity to conquer Wolof as well, with France distracted in a couple of wars in Europe, which they're getting pretty bad time of, especially this one against Germany. You can see they're actually also being occupied by the UK up here, it looks like. So anyway, we took our opportunity to annex Wolof, and in doing so we are only one step away from being able to restore the Mali Empire, for which we need to either own Kong or ally Watara. And conquest is probably the most likely option there, but I think we might actually just try to improve relations with them as well while we're waiting for our infamy to come down, since we have previously been spending it on getting the relations with the UK up so that we're a little bit safer from attack by them, and we are almost above 100 with them, so we can actually get there right now, up to 104. So from now on, our Diplo points are pretty free to be spent on Watara. Okay, a general has died. So I'm not sure whether we'll be able to get them up to positive relations before our infamy ticks down. I could probably work it out to see which is likely to happen quicker, but may as well just do both. Europeans harassed. The high militancy among certain parts of the population in Gen has led to an outbreak of violence directed at local expatriate foreigners. The embassies of the great powers have all lodged formal diplomatic complaints with our government and seem to expect some sort of action on our part. What should we do? Okay, so we could have all great powers lose relations with us, which would undo all of the work we've done in... Actually, we'd still stay above 100 with France, but we'd drop down below 100 with the UK, which I'd rather not do. So we'll have to do this one, I think. Which is okay. We are also pretty close to being able to westernize, actually. We're at 8,000, almost 9,000 research points. The North German Federation has accepted peace offer from France. Ooh, okay. We got Alsace-Lorraine, apparently. So France losing even more territory than they previously had. We'll see what happens in their war with the UK as well. I doubt they'll lose any territory in that one, but they are probably going to lose that too, if I had to guess. Romanian liberation of Western Transylvania as well. Interesting. Romania and Greece versus Austria-Hungary and Belgium. Don't really like their chances, but good luck to them. But our westernization, I think we have international debt available to us now, which is going to cost 16,000 or so research points, but that will also give us plus 35% civilization progress, which is enough to get us all the way up to 100, to 105 in fact. So I think we'll hold out for that one, even though it's a little more expensive than the other options that are available to us. I think everything else is 10k. Some of these lower ones are also 16k or even higher. But they don't give us as much civilization progress. So being able to westernize will be very nice. We're actually all the way up to 51, rank 51 in the world right now. From... I'm not sure where we started, it was certainly over 100 though. Under 100, I suppose. So I think when we westernize, we'll shoot right up probably to at least a secondary power, which will be nice. Okay, our upper house has been assembled. The conquest against Watara will, well, I can't see it now because we have a truce with them, but it will cost us potentially 22 infamy. So we'll have to be down to at most 3 to be completely safe in justifying a war there. And as I said, we may as well increase relations here. I think we're probably more likely to get down to 3 infamy before we get to positive relations. Just by gut instinct, without actually working anything out. Unless Watara starts improving relations with us as well, in which case maybe that would be faster. Clash of ideals. Tukular intellectuals have clashed with members of the aristocracy in Segu. The aristocracy has accused the intellectual elite of attempting to cast aside the Tukular way of life, while the intellectuals say that progress is necessary if the Tukular Empire is to have any chance against Western imperialist powers. The argument of the intellectuals is convincing. This has not calmed matters in the streets. So, pops in Eastern Mali, become more liberal and gain militancy. Okay. We're over 2% clergymen. So we can switch our focus to the next region. Aristocrats are angered. The reforms sweeping through our country have upset the landed elites in one of our cities. Okay, so aristocrats will gain consciousness and militancy. Which is fine for them, I suppose. We are consistently losing money now. Can't really... Well, I could certainly reduce some of these, I suppose. Don't really need to have military spending up, I guess, since we don't even have all of the army units built that we need, or that we have available to build, rather. Okay, so we could get another reform, but like I said, we're going to wait for international debt. So I'm going to have the little gavel icon lit up and distracting me for some time, but that's okay. Europeans harassed again, so for the same reason we don't want to annoy the great powers, so we'll do this one. Oh, looks like that war has just ended. Galicia Lodomeria acquires all states with core provinces. Acquire Galicia Lodomeria, acquire South Tyrol. Okay. Let's check that out in just a minute here. We're about to get to 2 diplo points so we can increase relations in Watara again. Once the month ticks over. So, Galicia Lodomeria is independent. And Romania is seeking to acquire Western Transylvania from Austria-Hungary as well. That war seems a little closer. I assume this is... No, this is Western Transylvania, okay. In a flu pandemic, we'll spend money to fight the disease. We have a new First Minister. Our new First Minister is a member of the royal family, a gauche buffoon. Gives us lower prestige, greater political awareness, and fewer diplomatic points, which is pretty bad. Let's hope he gets assassinated as soon as possible. Still no great powers extremely close to spearing us. Like we're being consistently fought over by France and the UK. And Serbia has declared war on the Ottoman Empire. Wow. Seems brave of them. Ah, they have Russia on their side. That makes sense. Okay, well, good luck, Serbia. The Ottomans apparently having a pretty bad time with Jacobin rebels. I guess that explains why they appeared weak. New ideas. Tukulur intellectuals have brought several new ideas before the court, ideas that could advance our research considerably. They are also quite contentious, however, and a rejection of the intellectuals could do much to soothe the aristocracy. So we must strive to advance no matter the cost, making aristocrats more reactionary and gain militancy, or we can have old pops lose 4 militancy. Well, we are gaining research points at a relatively decent rate now. And I think losing some militancy could be valuable, so I think I'll give up 400 research points for that. And we're back to making at least some money now, which is nice. Okay, the Ottomans have pieced out Montenegro. And Sweden has apparently risen to great power status ahead of Spain. Good for them, I guess. Yeah, it seems that France and the UK are just discrediting each other. Neither of them really able to get much of an advantage, apparently. France getting sieged by rebels down here in Algeria. Drums of war. Many moons have passed since the foreigners arrived on our shores, but many more shall not pass until they are forced again to leave. Or so say the leaders of our religious and military castes. There has been talk in the high councils for some time now of showing the Europeans that they cannot, unopposed, continue this ravaging exploitation of our native homeland. Okay, so we'll gain a Humiliate CB on Portugal, and a Place in the Sun CB on Portugal. And our relations with Portugal will be changed by 50. Pretty sure that we can't really consider going to war with Portugal. Actually, they have only 7 brigades. Fortunately, they have strong allies and much better military tech than we do, so I think it's not a good idea. There will be plenty of time to go to war with Portugal once we've westernized and actually stand a chance against them. The UK accepted the offer of peace from Sweden, acquired Danish Schleswig-Holstein. Fine. Acquired for Germany, I guess. Okay. It seems they've integrated Bavaria and Württemberg. So the UK's discredit has expired, though it seems likely that France will just discredit them again. If one of them just gets distracted with something for a while, it's pretty likely the other one can sphere us. Though given that we're relatively close to westernizing and possibly even becoming a great power, it might not even matter. We're up to 13k. And the cost of this is down to under 16k. I think the cost of... Oh, Jacobin rebels have enforced their demands in France, okay. The cost of reforms is related to the composition of your upper house. The different types of reforms are disliked by different political groups, and whichever one is stronger influences the cost of the reform. But I don't think the costs change too much either way, so it's not such a big deal. A war between the UK and Egypt. Serbia are actually winning their war, slightly. Though, as I say that, their war score has been ticking down a bit. The UK is actually trying to add Egypt to their sphere of influence, okay. And Ethiopia has taken the opportunity to declare war on Egypt as well, to acquire Egyptian Eritrea. Presume is going to be up here. I think that's some cores that they have. Yeah. So with the reduction to our Diplo points from our incompetent minister, it seems very likely that we are going to be taking Ouattara by force and not by alliance. Okay, we lost another general, and Serbia has apparently gotten their war goal from the Ottomans. Good for them. I guess Romania's war with Austria-Hungary ended without them gaining their goal. Okay, Crisis failed to enlist interest. And we're up to 2 Diplo points again. I guess I'll just spend them on Ouattara for want of anything better to do in the near future. It's possible they'll start increasing relations with us for some reason, so it could be worth doing. Cholera? Well, we'll quarantine the province, I suppose. Up to 15,000 here. Their literacy rate's still pretty low. But rising slowly. Cholera spreads, okay. Spain at war with Morocco to cut them down to size, okay. Portugal is trying to annex Gaza. I believe that is down here, okay. That makes sense, they border them. And we have enough research points to get international debt. So let's do it. Okay. So I guess it was actually only 20%. This is not a full 35%, it's 35% minus the 15% we already got from enacting financial reform. So I did not understand how that worked. Oh well, we are still pretty close to being able to westernize. Only 10%. Any reform, I think, will give us at least 10% civilization progress. So it doesn't really matter which one we get next, I suppose. But we will have to wait for one more. And actually we are about out of time for this episode, so we're going to leave this one here. Thanks for watching, and join me again next time.